In the world of Tougen Anki, the Children of Kishin stand as one of the most mysterious and powerful groups within the Oni bloodline, a symbol of both salvation and destruction. They are not ordinary Oni but rare, godlike beings born only when the Oni race faces near extinction. Their existence is a divine anomaly, a natural response to the balance between life and death in a world consumed by hatred and war. The term Kishin itself means demon god, and the Children of Kishin embody that duality, born with immense elemental powers that can either protect or annihilate. Their blood carries both a blessing and a curse, unmatched strength, but shortened lifespan and endless inner torment. The Children of Kishin inherit the fundamental Oni abilities of regeneration, heightened senses, and blood manipulation. But unlike normal Oni, they are born with elemental attributes, manifestations of nature's raw forces infused into their demonic essence. There are 8 known elements that define their kind: fire, wind, thunder, water, earth, ice, darkness, and light. Each element reflects not just their combat style, but also their personality, purpose, and destiny. These children are born from tragic circumstances and live lives filled with violence and burden. Though they are the strongest among Oni, their strength often isolates them from the rest of the world, making them both protectors and victims of their own power. Among them, Shiki Ichinose is the most well-known and serves as the main character through whom the audience discovers the nature of the Kishin bloodline. Shiki represents the element of fire, symbolizing destruction, purification, and rebirth. His powers allow him to manipulate flames and withstand fire itself, his body becoming a conduit for scorching energy that burns through both enemies and his own soul. Shiki's signature ability, the Blood Eclipse, enables him to form weapons from his own blood. In his most iconic form, he manifests a collection of firearms known as the Blood Ritual of the 10 Guns. Initially, he could summon only one gun, but as his control and understanding of his Oni heritage deepen, he begins to materialize several at once, each representing a fragment of his will and pain. His fire-based attacks, combined with blood manipulation, create an unpredictable and devastating fighting style that burns everything in his path. However, such power comes at a cost. The more he draws on his Kishin blood, the more he risks losing his humanity. The heat of his flames consumes his body and mind, and prolonged use leads to emotional instability, rage, and exhaustion. Shiki's inner conflict mirrors the very curse of the Children of Kishin. Each of them lives with an immense burden. The more they awaken their elemental powers, the faster their life force drains away. The body of a Kishin child is powerful yet fragile, a vessel not designed to contain godlike energy for long. Their lifespans are shorter than normal Oni, and the process of awakening their full potential often pushes them to the edge of death. This balance between life and destruction is what defines their existence. Another known child of Kishin is Kagayoshi Ryden, bearer of the Thunder attribute. Raiden's lightning-based powers embody intensity, unpredictability, and raw destructive force. His element is one of speed and ferocity, allowing him to strike with blinding precision and electric might. Thunder attributes are associated with volatility and emotion, and Raiden's personality reflects that, vibrant, chaotic, yet deeply loyal. His power grants him enhanced physical reflexes and the ability to channel electricity through his attacks, paralyzing or obliterating opponents in an instant. Despite his strength, his cheerful and impulsive demeanor often hides the pain of knowing that his energy will eventually consume him. Each strike of lightning he wields shortens his own life, making every battle an act of defiance against his fate. Hayate Todoroki, the wielder of the wind attribute, is another of the Children of Kishin who exemplifies grace, adaptability, and freedom. His control over air allows him to generate gusts strong enough to slice through metal or redirect projectiles with precision. Unlike the fiery rage of Shiki or the violent bursts of Raiden, Hayate's power flows smoothly, calm, balanced, yet deadly when unleashed. He often combines his wind control with swordsmanship, channeling the element through his blades to create attacks that are both beautiful and lethal. Hayate's element symbolizes liberation and change, fitting his role as a leader among Oni warriors. However, even his calm demeanor hides the struggle of his heritage. Each time he harnesses his full wind force, the oxygen he manipulates strains his body and lungs, leaving lasting damage over time. His existence represents the fleeting nature of freedom, a reminder that even the wind cannot escape the boundaries of life and death. The other children of Kishin remain shrouded in mystery, but their existence has been hinted at through legends and fragments of lore scattered throughout the story. The remaining five, those of water, earth, ice, darkness, and light, have yet to reveal their identities or full abilities. It is believed that each of them governs an aspect of balance in the Oni world. The Water Child likely controls flow and adaptability, embodying healing and calmness, yet capable of immense destruction when provoked. The Earth Child is expected to represent stability and endurance, a grounded force with overwhelming physical power. The Ice Child might wield cold as both weapon and armor, symbolizing detachment and control, while the Darkness Child could embody despair and fear, manipulating shadows or emotions. Finally, the Light Child, perhaps the rarest of them all, might symbolize purity and hope, the counterbalance to the Darkness Child, representing redemption and truth. The concept of the Children of Kishin carries deep thematic weight within Tougen Anki. They are not merely superpowered beings, but manifestations of the eternal cycle of conflict, balance, and rebirth. Their existence underscores the manga's central themes of identity, destiny, and prejudice. They are born from pain, raised in a world that fears them, and destined to die young because their very essence burns too brightly for the mortal world to contain. Each child's element symbolizes a fragment of human emotion: fire for passion and anger, thunder for impulse and defiance, wind for freedom and instability. Together, they form a mirror reflecting humanity's struggle to control what lies within: rage, sorrow, hope, and fear. The Children of Kishin are also a commentary on the nature of power. Their abilities are not rewards, but curses, forces that demand sacrifice for every ounce of strength they provide. Shiki's fire burns him from within. Raiden's lightning drains his life with every strike. Hayate's wind tears at his body, even as it lifts him above his limits. The message is clear: true power is never without price. Theirs is a story of tragic heroism, where survival means embracing both one's monstrous nature and fragile humanity. Ultimately, the Children of Kishin serve as the spiritual backbone of Tougen Anki, their presence marking the fine line between destruction and salvation. They are the embodiment of the Oni race's last hope, yet also the warning of what happens when power exceeds control. As the story unfolds and the remaining children are revealed, each will undoubtedly add new layers of complexity to the series' dark mythology. Through them, Tougen Anki continues to explore one timeless truth: that every soul carries both light and shadow, and it is not the blood we are born with, but the choices we make that determine whether we rise as saviors or fall as demons.